I do feel in general there is a crisis in comedy right now where comedians are bombing on podcasts too often, too frequently, with aplomb.
Oh.
I'm guilty.
Aplomb.
Aplomb? You heard me.
Is that like a fancy plum? I don't know what that word is. I've never heard that word.
With aplomb.
Okay.
You don't know the word aplomb. You're the definition of aplomb.
Oh, now I really want to know what it means.
Google aplomb, please. Alistair. By the way, what is his name?
Alistair.
What's his name, though? Not what you told him he had to be
David.
called in order to work with you. I can see you being like,
Alistair.
Bill, that's never going to work. It's a pleasure to meet you, Albert. Anyway, you're like Steve Jobs who changed all of his assistants' names.
Yeah. I love that.
Aplomb is like delusional confidence, right?
Oh my God, I am plum.
Like you decorate your home with aplomb.
Okay, plum.
With aplomb.
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 I'm going to use that 700 times today. I'm going to work that into every fucking sentence.
This is a very hot take, and I hope it doesn't come off weird, but you know how some people go, like, you know what would look so cute on you? This shirt. Like, I'll send people things that I think, I like to be like, you know what word you need?
Yeah.
Aplomb.
Aplomb.
Like, that would just fit with your ethos.
I love
Like, you
that.
need aplomb in your life.
Oh, 100%. I'm going to get merch made that says aplomb.
Concur.
Yeah.
So I do think sometimes comedians, maybe it's because we get paid to be funny at night, so that when we're not getting paid to just have conversations, we're just being too serious and everyone's just like blathering on about their like depression.
Ugh,
but I'm sorry.
boring.
I've done it. Who cares? You had a bad childhood, move on. You got molested, someone picked you, keep going.
100%.
Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. And I appreciate you saying I was funny that when we did ours. But you also, I think it's a chemistry thing. It's like when you pair people up, sometimes two really funny people get together and they just cancel each other out.
Yeah, do you ever feel like, I've been in situations where it's like everyone's performing. And that is like when I close my eyes at night, like that is my nightmare. That is my sleep paralysis demon, is ever being a participant in one of those experiences where you're like waiting to get a bit in and I see it and it's so ravenous and everyone's like panting.
But enough about
sweating.
Chelsea lately.
Right. Which is where I first met Whitney Cummings. I was a PA on, what was it called?
After Lately?
I was on After
The
Lately.
show After?
After Lately, and also your pilot produced by Chelsea Handler.
Talk show called...
Was it Whatever Whitney?
That was the first pilot to the pilot. Like that was
that's the one.
A pilot is like a first episode of a show or whatever to kind of see if you test well. But it's an audition, right?
Right.
It's a first date with the network. And that was the first one. And then it ended up being called Love You Mean It and was a talk show.
Yes.
And they didn't want me to keep doing it because I wouldn't have on like the fourth Kardashian.
Right.
I was like, can I have on like Will Ferrell? They were like, why? And I was like, huh? I don't get it.
Oddly enough, I was also not asked back onto that production because I had an abortion during the pilot filming.
You had an abortion during abortion.
The abortion. Aplomb.
I can't say abortion with aplomb. You had an abortion on my sitcom talk show.
No.
Oh,
this was misconstrued. I wanted to clarify this because when we met...
Where did you have your abortion? Which one of my TV shows? Which one of my abortions did you have
my
an abortion?
abortion during Whatever Whitney. Okay?
Well, if you just kept going, I'm sure the baby would have died on its own from embarrassment of its mom working on that production.
I remember I couldn't make it to the filming because I was like, I have a situation, but I obviously wouldn't say that. So I was like, I have food poisoning, which I've kind of always thrown around very casually as the food poisoning thing.
I always assume food poisoning is a lie.
It is.
Right?
Because most of the time, it is. Because it's like, where'd you eat? What'd you have? Like and also that runs through you pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And abortion will put you out for a few days. Did you hear about the lead in the tampons? What do you think about that,
I did.
Whitney?
I heard about the lead in the tampons. I am so excited to have an excuse for why I've been so crazy for so long.
Okay.
I just am so excited when something comes out that's like women's deodorant, makes them crazy, and tampons have lead and chemicals and microplastics, which causes their brain spread. I just would like to text all my exes and be like, see?
It
was
lead
the
in the Tampax.
That's why I was driving by your house every night for 2 years. It was the lead in the tampons.
Did you used to do drive-bys at people's homes?
You know what? I never did that.
Okay.
I have never been good at ending relationships because I always feel guilty. I feel bad, which is so self-absorbed and narcissistic.
Is it?
Why isn't there a tampon called self-absorbed? Anyway,
The marketing.
it lets business. You're going to lose a lot of sponsors with me on your podcast, but we're going to build a lot of businesses together.
Love
okay?
it. All good.
I thought about myself. I thought about myself recently, guys.
I like it though. We're really exploring. You know, Whitney Cummings FaceTimed me a couple days ago and was trying to psychoanalyze me by proxy of talking shit about other people. And I really sat with it for a few hours. And I found the results to be inconclusive.
Well, if I may, I
Sure.
would just like to analyze you for a moment.
Okay.
I'm sure your fans will have a better assessment.
Okay.
I believe you are, as I told you to your face, the Jane Goodall
Okay.
of wild bitches. Just wild, the Anne Hathaways, the Meghan Markles. You are the Jane Goodall
Okay.
of people who can't see themselves.
Okay.
You are very clear in your assessment of who is and who isn't delusional.
Okay.
Is this because we wish we had that superpower of being delusional? Because you strike me as incredibly self-aware, and I think sometimes you'll cosplay a little bit delusional. Or are we just looking in a mirror and don't like what we see? I never know the answer.
I like what I see.
Because you have you have a very specific type of person you get obsessed with.
Oh, I know.
Describe it.
I've been thinking about this so much since we spoke because I really I can't let it go. And I sit with my husband, who you just met, who glazes quite frequently.
Obsessed with him, by the way.
To die for.
To die.
He'll never hear this.
And you will. He'll kill you.
Fully. I will show him things that I'm like on a, just a full spiral about, and he's like, I don't get it.
But you're not making fun of them.
Not
really.
necessarily.
You're just going, need to share this. You would have been in tribal times. I think of myself as this person too. Like tribal times had the warriors, had the hunters, the gatherers, and then they needed like the snitches, the people that went like, hey, this behavior's not the people that would shame other people.
Yes.
The people that would tattletale.
Bullies.
The bullies, right? Which and shame people, hot take, I think we should bring a little more shame back. I think.
Not a hot take. That's a mild, cold take. Bring back well-intentioned bullying.
Yep.
We need it. We need to go back to the nostalgic days of people acting like an asshole, and it's called repercussions.
That's right.
Consequences for being a fucking weirdo.
That's right.
It is the way of the world preparing you.
And everyone around sees it and goes, okay, we shouldn't do that. It's a way to have some kind of walls around society and
Yes.
some kind of like public mores.
Bumpers.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, people on planes that are just taking ketamine and attacking flight attendants. Like,
No.
let's shame these people.
Shame them.
And then everyone goes, oh, let's maybe not do that. Let's maybe not take the indica edible next time I go to Pensacola. You know what I mean? It
Yeah, a little slap on the fucking wrist.
helps everyone make better decisions. Let's be honest.
It's help us help you.
And by the way, it's like, look, I have pit bulls that I rescue every now and then. I know I'm going to get in trouble for this. You got to put on a shock collar once or twice.
Yes.
So they don't run into the road and
Yes.
die. Whitney, you're being so mean to use a shock collar for your dog. Well, that little shock made it so they didn't get hit by a car.
It's called a boundary.
Yes. So sometimes we need to do a little pinch so that this person doesn't get themselves punched in the face.
1,000%.
I'm helping you by bullying you. This is what love looks like.
Exactly. See, we've done it again.
But you have this ability to I am so addicted to your stories. It is sick. And the people that you get fixated on, I just think
hyper fixated.
I get fixated on certain people too. I'm obsessed with Drew Barrymore's show.
Of course.
Not negative, not anything.
me with Beverly Mitchell.
Correct.
Obsessed. Can't explain
Candace
it.
Cameron kind of can't stop.
Oh my God.
On the edge of my seat. Is it because they recreate some childhood circumstance? Are they our moms? What is it?
Okay, I have two categories. I have some just light and fluffy surface level consumption. It's just funny to me. You know what I mean? The woman swirling at the Bristol Farms telling you about like BPA plastics and like chopping board alternatives. I love her. I don't know why. She's like a hop, skip, and a jump. She's Irish jigging at a Whole Foods telling you about alkaline water. If you don't know, I'll send it to you. It's weird. It's niche. It's funny. I'm not punching down. I'm not making fun of her. I find it to be odd behavior and hilarious.
And I think she's in on it.
I don't think so.
I mean, I think she'd be psyched that you were thinking about her.
See, Beverly Mitchell's an interesting one because I am obsessed with Beverly Mitchell. I have invited her on this podcast 15 times.
And?
She lives down the street, will not even delight me with a response.
Are we on red?
I have not reached out Oh, no, I have reached out personally. I've DM'd her a couple times.
Nothing?
Not a peep out of Bev Mitch. Interesting. I think she thinks I'm making fun of her. I'm not making fun of her. I am obsessed with her jovial spirit.
Was Joan Goodall making fun of the apes?
No.
No, she wanted to live amongst them. She wanted to study them. She wanted to make deductions and ultimately wanted to figure out a way to make the world more humane for them.
Right. So that's one category. Then we move into the Olivia Culpo, Bethany Frankels. Okay. Olivia Culpo is a separate situation. I was explaining this to you because you're like, what the fuck's going on? What's with the donuts? Who's Olivia Culpo? By the way, the amount of phone calls that I received being like, hey, who the fuck's Olivia Culpo and what's with the donuts and what are you talking about? And I sent probably like 86 audio notes to various people, and then I kept just dragging and dropping because I'm like, I can't get into this.
Is this your fantasy football?
Yes. Yeah.
Is this your Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes, 100%.
I also, there is something to me, I think when I become obsessed with someone, it means I want something that they have. I'm not saying you do this, and I am a little bit jealous and I'm studying them. Like, again, I don't know who Olivia Culpo is, but she has the confidence. I wanted to say J-Lo, but we need a new reference. Yeah. She has the, not delusional confidence. Maybe it's, she's doing The Secret hard.
Okay.
And I wish I could do that. I wish I had the brain that could go, you know what, let's just use the same photo from 3 months ago and change my lip color. No one will notice and could go on with my day. I wish I could be that person. I wish I could sexily pose next to a bunch of donuts while choking on Ozempic, no irony in my face, and laminate my eyebrows and I wish I could do that. I can't. I'm like, won't I look stupid and won't people think I'm an idiot and isn't this corny? Yeah. I wish I was that person.
But don't you think that in essence, those are those bumpers? You have those bumpers.
But what's wrong with what she's doing?
It's fucking
I can't even get to sleep at night. I hate myself.
Fucking psychotic.
But why? Why?
Like, why do you have to pose with the donut?
Look, guess what? If Meghan Markle doesn't work out, she's next. Yeah. These are women that win. I don't know if she's a Regina George. I don't know who she is. But when someone is just unbothered, unfazed. Well, your argument is she's bothered.
Bothered. Insanely bothered. Calling people evil because they don't like her wedding dress.
Okay, so I didn't see that. I didn't even
get to that part.
Okay,
we were so fixated on the donut
I'm
arrangement.
just fixated on the donuts. How much do you think she got paid for that shoot?
I would hope $25K. It was 6 years ago.
Okay.
We don't know.
I just wish I had a little bit of shamelessness. I'm so consumed with shame. When I see someone that's a little shameless, I'm like, I wish I had some of that.
Do you identify as a crazy person or not as a crazy person?
I'm wearing sweatpants that have jeans imprinted on them.
Okay. Is that a jegging?
No, I have 6 pairs. They are rag and bone, and they are screen printed.
Oh, you're a fucking crazy person. That's insane.
Yeah, and you didn't even notice. Who's crazy now?
I would never, ever have known that those were sweatpants. Oh my God, are those real pockets?
These are real pockets.
What about those?
Nope.
No? That's not a button?
Nope.
You are a sick slut of a bitch.
Yep, I get my clothes made at Kinko's.
You are a feral bitch.
Correct. White trash till I die.
Wow.
New money hillbilly.
Fuck
Any questions?
Wait, I'm going to buy a pair
They're
immediately after.
Incredible. I did not get these for free. Rag & Bone makes these very thin sweatpants that even have fake holes in them.
No, I know. The
and
distressing and the seams.
Psycho. The whole thing. All of it's fake.
Fake seam?
Yep. Feel. No zippers, no nothing. You're over here with a zipper inside your pussy that just gave birth like a psychopath. You hate yourself.
This week's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. If there's one thing that my reignited feud with Olivia Culpo has reminded me, it's that sometimes you need less of the internet. That's a message for me, and that's definitely a message for Liv. Get out of the comments section, girlies. Therapy can help you focus on what you want instead of what others have, so you can start living your best life. If you're thinking of starting therapy, BetterHelp is a great place to start. It's entirely online and great for you busy bees out there because it's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire, and BetterHelp will match with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Stop comparing and start focusing with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/bitchbible today to get 10% off your first month. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/bitchbible. I love our next sponsor, CB Distillery, because this stuff actually works. I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but have you tried a melatonin or something to help you sleep? And maybe it works for a week, then you start getting night terrors, and then you're right back to being just wired on a downward spiral at 3 a.m. every single night? Or am I projecting? Let me tell you, I've been taking these CBD gummies for a while now, and they still work just as well as the first time. And on top of that, I'm less achy, less stressed out, and just all around feeling so much more chipper. I do not F with melatonin or anything else that I used to use as a crutch anymore because it's just, it's a short-term solution, girlies. CB Distillery's targeted formulations are made from the highest quality, clean ingredients, no fluff, no fillers, just pure, effective CBD solutions designed to help support your health. You can totally tell the difference. This stuff is the creme de la creme in terms of quality. In 2 non-clinical surveys, 81% of customers experienced more calm, 80% said CBD helped with pain after physical activity, and an impressive 90% said they slept better with CBD. If I had known that this was this easy to live a healthy, balanced life, I would have made this change years ago. And with over 2 million customers and a 100% money-back guarantee, CB Distillery is the source to trust. I have a 20% discount to get you started. Visit cbdistillery.com and use code BitchBible for 20% off. That is cbdistillery.com, code BitchBible, cbdistillery.com.
Do you know what I did like a week after
Gave
giving
yourself
birth?
tetanus from those pants?
Oh, 1000%. I put on a pair of redone, high-waisted. Anyone who's ever put on a pair of redone denim, they live inside of you.
But that is, I guess, the cheaper way to do the vaginal rejuvenation. Is that what we do now? Instead of going to the doctor and having your labial folds removed, you just wear a pair of those jeans for 20 minutes in a sauna?
It is insane. I was in a diaper, okay? I had the folds of my maxi pad coming out of the denim shorts.
Are we not doing tampons anymore because of the recent intel on the lead?
I am a Tampax Ultra girly
Till
forever
you die?
and ever.
I just got the Coras.
What's
The
that?
Cora is like the natural one. Well, for now, until we find out in 5 years that it's chock full of fentanyl.
Right. Are you a regular girly? I feel like you have a slim vagina.
That's really interesting. Oh, a regular size. I have been on birth control for so long, had a kid, have not seen a period, I mean, in years. Less periods in texts with my 18-year-old niece. I had not had a period in so long. Now, after having a kid, it's starting to get regular. I think I just do.
Don't say lights.
I don't
Not in
remember.
this house.
I think I have a. You didn't say home, which is interesting. Not a home yet till you fix that little crevice in the bathroom. I know that.
Totally.
I know.
I need window treatments and I need to fix this.
It's
lab
not
leak.
a home yet. This is a house.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you put your podcast studio in your bedroom.
Yeah.
By the way, you can see the pillow that her head sleeps on every night.
It's an awkward setup here. It's an awkward setup. This is new.
Yeah, and like you have sex with your husband, Willis looking at you
At the microphone. I know it is a little weird. We got to figure this out.
But I don't know. I haven't settled. I'm so routinized with so many of my things and my products. But tampons, I don't know yet. I'm trying the Cora ones, which are all natural.
Do they have a plastic applicator, or is that like bad for the environment?
It might be an avocado pit. I think it's just a turtle shell, a dead turtle shell.
Fuck the turtles.
I think it's just a bunch of straws.
Okay. Are you weird about the microplastics?
What to define weird about it?
Like, do you not drink water out of a plastic
I
bottle?
try not to. However, I have most of my life, again, white trash till I die, from, Virginia, West Virginia. I drank out of a hose till I was like 17. So I very much feel like I'm kind of on borrowed time.
Yeah.
So I try to do from glass, but I also tour all the time, and every now and then I deep throat water out of an airplane sink. So like, it's extreme.
That is.
When I'm home, I
yeah.
try to not do, but when I'm on the road, it's just Aquafina, Dasani all day long.
Wow. Oh, Dasani.
I got the Johnson & Johnson, okay? I gotta be careful. I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I can't push it. My 9
you
lives
really
are up.
do.
Are there microplastics, do you think that they're a scam? That they're bad for us?
I try not to think too much about anything.
That's smart, because stress is the worst thing for you.
Yeah.
So stressing out about it is the worst. I must say, though, there's some study about how because of microplastics now, babies' taints are shrinking. And
taints,
babies' taints.
Oh.
And there's all this very persuasive evidence that, babies' taints are shrinking, and et cetera, et cetera.
Is that a bad thing?
Everyone's running with this. And I'm always the person that goes,
Do you want a huge taint?
time.
Okay.
So who's doing this study?
Pedophiles.
Put a gun in their mouth.
Right.
Okay. Have we been measuring taints this whole time? So we have a cross-sectional database to now
Why?
go, oh, they're so much smaller now. I don't want this study. I don't want it to continue. I hate your guts.
Yeah.
And whatever Jared from Subway is into science now, I don't know what's happening, but I think when we get these studies, we just have to ask a lot of questions going like, who's paying for this study? Slow down and really just, because we tend to go like, a study, 75%.
Right, exactly.
We see a number and we're just like, numbers.
100%.
Like some guy
Yeah.
from Harvard, which, by the way, Epstein had an office at Harvard. All this is funded by this motherfucker. It's like, when you see these studies, like our whole life, we're like, well, girls mature faster than boys. And you get older and you're like, who studied that?
Yeah, exactly.
And-
Just because a study found it. Who?
And
Where?
What
When?
man was like, we need to study how girls mature faster than boys. And then that's the whole thing of why young girls should be able to date older guys. Well, they mature faster. It's like, hold on, can we just back the fuck up here?
Yeah, let's take a beat.
Okay, go on to Jackie's TikTok algorithm and tell me that women mature faster than boys. Seriously.
I'm conducting a study.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I really want to get into your psyche about all
So you do identify as a crazy person, obviously.
Is this, I mean, look, my thing is more.
I always want to ask people that because
Ask me, because both of my parents had strokes when I was in my 20s, and I had to take care of them for like 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
My nightmare is that my son has to take care of me in any capacity.
Yes. Same.
So I'm a little bit like, what? But again, I ate fast food and garbage. I had eating disorders. I only ate sugar-free Smucker's jelly for like 4 years in my 20s.
Does that work? I'm looking at drop 10.
Now everyone's saying that fasting is good for you, so maybe my anorexia was actually just being a high performer back then. It's very hard to tell. Yes, it does work. Sugar-free Smucker's strawberry, and just like, like I would just jog for like 8 hours a day.
Oh, I'm not going to do that.
I was a psycho. Okay, well, also, I would go to the, cryo freeze? You know, the cryo thing?
Oh, not going to do that either.
But it's only 3 minutes, and you burn like 600 calories for the day.
See, this is how I know I'm just like inherently a lazy person. Even with all of that, I would never fucking do.
But
any of
what
that.
would you want to lose? You want to lose weight?
I just like to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair.
I'm not going to do
Fair.
anything. You know,
It's so mom. Yeah.
It's just like fun
Mom,
to say.
yeah,
You know, who
yeah.
gives a fuck?
My main thing is this now: the arm jiggle, the kimono arms, as they say.
Oh yeah.
But so I try to do like push-ups and stuff. But honestly, I'm at the point that it's like, this is my body, gaining weight, losing weight. If you're not into it, you're just gay, and that's fine. I actually need to start deterring gay men at this point. I've dated too many of them.
I am somewhat delusional in the way that I can conceptualize that I'm like not super gorgeous or smart, but in
Disagree.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
But like, it's not about that at the end of the day.
You know what you are to me?
Huh.
Sorry. I'm going to get in so much trouble. Sometimes people think I'm being mean when I'm really trying to give a compliment. But
Oh no,
you'll
I
understand.
take compliments.
You
well.
know that Jessica Simpson is a genius, right?
Do you think so?
You make $1 billion being an idiot.
What if you surround yourself with good people?
I think she then she's smart. That's a smart move.
Okay.
To know, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's sort of, I think, she went on Ellen, and, Ellen was like, what's 2 + 2? And she was like, I think she knows what she's doing. The bitch has $1 billion off espadrilles.
That's so true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so true.
Knock off Aldo.
You know, Andrew threw a pair of Aquazura shoes that I had ordered away. They were obscenely expensive. He threw them out for my sister's wedding.
Did you call Ronan Farrow or what happened?
We were going to get divorced, but I was pregnant and I couldn't deal. And I Amazon Primed a pair of Jessica Simpson platforms to San Francisco for the wedding. I wore those fuckers. I did leave them in the ballroom, but they were unbelievable. They carried me through.
Here's what I'll say. The only shoe that maybe rivaled the Jessica Simpson nude pump that was ripping off the Louboutin was the Ivanka Trump shoes.
I've gotten canceled.
Okay, I'm just saying, I can separate the art and the artist.
Me too.
Okay?
Me too. 1,000.
I'm just saying, I wore those for a while, and the Jessica Simpson one, though, however, incredibly comfortable.
A
Loved
nice
them.
platform.
She's got cover-ups. She's got, I like a bitch that just goes, you know what?
Yeah.
We're doing wedges.
We're doing wedges
The wedge
and Bermudas
empire.
for the moms.
Okay, Daisy Fuentes has her exercise line empire. I love a bitch that just goes, you know what? This didn't go the way that I wanted it to go.
Right.
But I'm going to take these crumbs that were left by all these monsters that built me up and then destroyed me.
Yes.
And I'm in Kmart aisle 4 with my Kegel machine. Suzanne Summers till I die.
What would be your product?
I think maybe a skin oil.
Totally.
I make my own. What would you trust me to sell you?
I would take an oil from you.
Okay.
I would definitely take an oil from you.
I've been making my own skin oil for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And that's like my thing.
And look at the skin. It's
But
great.
because it's interesting. There's a couple things people sort of ask me about, and I'm never sort of sure. Because Joan Rivers is my hero. She also would do something that I love. It's like jewelry that you can kind of make into other kind of jewelry. I love wearing a lot of jewelry, but I get sick of it very fast.
Yeah.
You know? So
Totally.
something that's like Joan Rivers had this sort of gold choker with like a stone. And then it came with 5 other stones, so you could switch it out. For like the ADD people. Yeah.
What an angel.
I know.
What a
gangster. And she also had a leg cream that was pantyhose. So you didn't have to wear pantyhose to cover up the bruises, and it had like a little sponge on it. It's genius.
Genius.
Today I think you'd call it blackface, but I think the shades were pretty.
It was a different time.
Yeah.
It's a totally
Right.
different
Justin
time.
Trudeau is the face of it. The colors are a little off, but the ones that I've ordered I think were old, so
They have shade match now.
it's
It's
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
It's-
Now you just like blur it all together. Paris filter it for
It's
sure. You
fucking
can just
fine.
contour with it, but she had that. Like I love little like fixes like that.
Little knickknacks.
Yeah. I
Ooh.
wanted to do EMF proof clothing for a while. Unclear if EMF is real or not.
I've got the mat. I've got the fucking mat that you lay on that's supposed to like reverse. What is it? Magnetic? What is it?
Sure.
I don't fucking know.
Magnetic zeros, yeah.
I
But
don't
also-
even know what that is.
But how about this? Here's what we do know. Here's a study I do trust. The
Professor Cummings.
Ho Rogan, till I die.
Oh, Rogan.
Placebo effect is an effect.
For sure.
If you think it works,
Yeah.
probably works.
That's why I drink this fucking matcha all day, every day.
Nice.
That's like
and
my
look at you. You're glowing.
glowing.
Yes, you look younger than your baby.
But I'm not worried about the microplastics
Okay.
fully. I will say when I'm giving Clyde water, do I do the Mountain Valley out of the glass? Of course I do. But like I would drink a crystal geyser that I found in a sewage
Well, that's just
system.
because you don't want to have another kid and you want to be infertile.
Desperately.
It happened too quick the first time.
I didn't even get a fucking dress rehearsal. I am going to send you a video that will
You're
shake
always
you.
pregnant.
Shake you to your core. Okay. When I found out I was pregnant with Clyde, I had a friend text me being like, "You're fucking pregnant." She thinks she's psychic. And sent me the link for the pregnancy test. I took the test, okay? I had been trying like once, okay? Once.
Well, by the way, what does trying mean?
Half trying. I was placating Andrew.
Does that mean you're just laying down after sex and staying laying down? Or does that mean you're
Sure.
like, it's 2:15?
Not me. No.
Oh.
I was like, I had my period and it's been 13 days, I guess. Like I wasn't tracking ovulation. I didn't do any of that stuff.
Uh-huh.
We raw dogged it once. And I got fucking pregnant, okay? Andrew was glowing. I was quite literally miserable for 3 months. And I had to pretend that I was excited about it. But I do have one video when I told Andrew I was trying to do the cute thing. You know, you put the test on, you're like, look, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was in shambles.
Uh-huh.
So miserable. I literally say on the video, I'm miserable. devastated.
But was it you miserable because you got pregnant so fast, or you didn't feel good when you were pregnant?
No, I felt amazing while I was
you
pregnant.
were cute as a button. When
I
you were
felt
pregnant.
incredible. I never felt better
Yeah,
than when
me
I was
too,
pregnant,
actually.
which was so annoying. I just wanted, I wanted a couple months, and I understand the women in the DMs are just going to come full force at me.
Sure.
It's a blessing. I know.
We
I
know,
was
we know,
pissed.
we know, we know. But it's also these are the same people that are like, be authentic, be yourself, speak your truth, and then you speak
Why
your
don't you
truth.
fucking be authentic?
And then they speak their truth, you speak your truth, and then they're like, that's not the truth I wanted you to speak. And you're like, okay, you just don't like me, just say it. Just say it. You don't like me.
I hate
It's
people.
fine. You don't like me. You don't have to make up some bullshit about how I said something that is.
And do we need the correspondence?
Oh my God. When I posted about giving birth to my son, which if I might have needed a C-section, I gave birth at 40 years old. I'm 1,000. Okay. I induced a week early.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to do it vaginally.
Yeah.
For a couple of reasons. And, but if it had been C-section, fine. A lot of my friends ends up having C-section.
Yeah, I have friends that like prefer it, schedule it, love it.
Fine.
I wanted
was
to do
just-
the vag too.
Same. I was just not the person that was going to be like, let's put the C-section on the books. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just wasn't that guy. And so I wanted to really try it myself. I wanted to have the experience. I made a whole playlist, whatever. And then I induced a week early, which I know I'm going to get a lot of DMs that I'm a murderer and I'm a monster and I'm Hitler because I induced. But
Yes.
went well for me. I kind of have a wild philosophy when it comes to medicine, at least with my OB, where I just do what she thinks I should do.
That's crazy.
I know. But not with all doctors, by the way. A lot of
Yeah, yeah.
doctors, I do question everything. If they're trying to prescribe you something, question everything.
Yes.
But she was just like, you should do this because if you want to have it vaginally. I trusted her in this moment. Trust me, I went through every vaccine, the vitamin K drops, every shot. I did all that. And so I posted, like any ideas for what to put on my playlist, my giving birth playlist. Okay, that's all I did.
Okay.
And I'm in the hospital, whatever. And I'm of course thinking,
He's gonna go deaf. Is that what they said?
I would love that.
Think about, oh my God.
With my voice, he is gonna go deaf regardless. But it was like, what song should I put on my birth playlist? Natalie Imbruglia, Torn.
Hilarious.
Right? Live, Lightning Crashes. Let's just make it,
Hilarious.
push it, whatever. Salt and
it.
pepper, let's go. When I tell you the C-section women came out and were like, you're shaming C-section women, da-da-da. And I was like,
Who hurt you?
what?
Where the fuck did you get that?
But then I actually started having compassion because maybe it's because I just had a kid and now I have compassion for everyone. Hopefully this ends soon.
I
It was
hope
just
so.
sort of
That's
like
exhausting.
But I'm like, oh, maybe this is not something that you wanted, and now you feel embarrassed or ashamed, and that must be awful.
See, my brain could never even get there. Like, that's how limited I am. Like, I would never I could never get to that point where I would be empathetic towards the other person. Not really. I would do it in a condescending way, but I can't get there.
Didn't you feel like after you gave birth, you were a little more empathetic? Like for me, as a comic, I felt like I was getting less funny because anytime you have to be a little bit angry and judgmental to be a comic or
Yes.
critical at least. Every time someone would do something stupid, I'd be like, oh, he was just a baby once and he didn't get what he needed.
I have been taking Nutrafol ever since I noticed my hairline thinning after having Clyde, and can I please tell you, the results have been miraculous. The weave has truly never looked better, and the hairline is as thick as ever. The mane is back. It is truly the only product that has worked for me. I am not wearing any extensions. I took my extensions out when I noticed my hairline receding, and everyone thinks I put them back in, but I attribute that fully to Nutrafol. Everyone's root causes of hair thinning is different. A one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth just does not cut it. Nutrafol has so many different formulations that are tailored to give your hair what it needs to grow throughout different stages, such as postpartum, menopause, as well as different lifestyles, like if you're plant-based, oy vey's mir. It is physician-formulated with drug-free ingredients. Nutrafol supplements support healthy hair growth from within by targeting root causes of thinning, including stress, hormones, environment, nutrition, lifestyle, metabolism, etc. Okay, building a hair growth routine is simple with Nutrafol. You purchase online. There's no prescription required. Free shipping, automated deliveries ensure you'll never miss a day, and you're going to see results in 3 to 6 months. Get results you can run your fingers through. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com, enter the promo code BIBLE, find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. That is Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code BIBLE. That is Nutrafol.com, promo code BIBLE.
I will say that now I'll look at other children that maybe objectively aren't attractive and I will still feel something for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whereas before, like, I just didn't have that chip and now I'm like, aw. And the kid will look like, you know.
Any postpartum depression?
Not really.
No,
boredom, I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Like feeling like very trapped and like I made a terrible decision.
with the wallpaper.
Yes. Yes, that first. And just, you know, general family life.
Yeah.
But like, am I built for this? But
Yeah.
then once he started getting cute, I was down.
There was a couple months where I was like, I would die for you.
Yeah.
I would slowly die via needle.
Right away.
I would kill something with my bare hands for you. But I didn't feel like we had like chemistry
Sure.
by any means. I didn't feel like, I was like, I don't think this is going to take, but I will do anything for you.
Yeah.
And then around 4 months, I was like, oh, I got it.
That same.
Got it.
I didn't have kind of any of those feelings for months though. I
It
was
like
a little
took
detached.
a second to emotionally connect in the way that I thought. When I saw him instantly, I was just like, oh my God, this is I don't know what to do. I was very technical and I think emotionally a little bit disassociated, and maybe
Same.
that's the depression or whatever they say. Or maybe I was just so tired and in such shock.
Yeah.
I was also on drugs. I mean,
Totally.
I had some of the drugs. Sorry guys, because I wanted to do vaginally. So
Same.
maybe
Loved them.
Maybe I'm beating myself up on that, but then had to heal from the surgery. So I was just kind of like, it felt like a job.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I thought this was going to be like a honeymoon and I was going to feel the most love I've ever felt. I just felt the most pressure I've ever felt.
Same.
To not like kill something.
Sure.
But then it started being like, oh, I'm obsessed with you and this is the most fun ever. And,
What song was he born to? Do you know?
yes, Kanye West, Sunday
Ooh.
Service. I know.
Yikes.
Gold digger. My child was born to black skinhead. This is officially white women just all need to be taken into the woods and shot.
My backyard. We're ready for it. We got to get the lemon trees first. We need to have a Tuscan feel. We're Capri.
Capri, APLOMB.
Capri. So it was he does this like Sunday service thing. Here's what I'll say. Is that for me? What is that?
No, don't worry.
Okay, I'm just saying I
don't know.
sometimes
Who
I
knows?
spray my hairline on. Now,
I hope that's from you.
I've
We will never wash it.
I've gone fully bald from having a child, and so my hairline is kind of fully smithers back here.
You do a full-blown
It's
Joe
not full- it's
Gorga spritz?
You are disgusting. She's wearing fucking sweatpants with a fake button, and she's got a fucking Joey Gorga hairline spray.
Who
are you?
That better not be. Me and my publicist are still trying to figure that out. I'm not.
Look at her finger.
I know it's bad. I'm so sorry.
You are
I'm so
insane.
sorry.
Oh my God, no, I love every
Didn't
second.
you start going bald when you got pregnant? That was kind of the main thing. I just started getting like my.
I had a receding hairline.
Yeah. Well,
for
no,
sure.
I mean it looks good. Or I started having these little like. Okay, sorry. Am I in?
Your hairline is intact. It hasn't.
Okay, but it's not bleeding down my face.
Talk about blackface.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta watch that shit.
I know.
You're gonna, like, don't go outside. It's so hot
It's
out. We
too
live
hot
in the
for this. I
valley.
know, I don't
Your
know what to
hairline's
do.
gonna slip down your fucking chin, and you're gonna get canceled. You're gonna be like that. What was that woman? No, she didn't do blackface. She just affiliated as a black person.
Rachel Dolezal.
Love her.
Yeah, I mean,
Love her like a sister.
Honestly,
Yeah.
The aplomb with which, and
Yeah.
here, the only thing better than aplomb is calm aplomb, which is like, I'm just this person. The regal nature, the shamelessness, the no fucks. I'm jealous.
I want to harness calm aplomb.
As someone who did give birth to Kanye West, I am Rachel, as someone who gave birth to the same song as Rachel Dolezal.
Yes.
But Kanye West does Sunday services.
I know. I'm not living in a fucking hole. I got it.
Okay.
I see him at Erewhon. I've seen him at Erewhon in the garb afterwards all the time. We're in Kardashian land.
Can we talk about Erewhon at some point? But I do really quick
Yes.
want to talk about when you were giving birth. as the day got closer, I say God, it's fine. I'm in a 12-step program. I'm happy to say God. But I got real religious the day I was giving birth.
You did?
I was like, God, I was like, I know it's been a while.
Are you there, God? It's me, Whitney.
It's me, Whitney. And I'm sorry I kind of dropped off. I've been off the grid.
She's back.
New phone, who dis? Like fully believing hard. Because I was like, I just can't die in childbirth. Like I can't go any other. I was like negotiating.
Yeah.
With, and so I did the Kanye West Sunday service.
Wow.
I'm like, if Kanye can get through the things he's done
2024.
then I can get through this childbirth.
Yeah, that's true. That's one way to look at it. I gave birth to TLC Creep, and I'm not joking. It happened very quickly. I had like a pump up playlist, like, just like house vibes. And then I had like what I thought would be like soothing, ethereal music, but I did not have time to switch the playlist.
Sure.
So he came out when he fell out of my ultra wide vagina.
It is not though. How is that even possible?
I gave birth in 8 minutes. 8 minutes. I'm going to retire this. It's not a bit. It's a fact. I was like, we get it, Jackie. But I really have fit 2 ultras inside of me at the same time. How do you feel about that, boys? Alistair? Brandon? Anyways, yeah.
I do.
It's like the
I
size
do
of-
believe you are the female Louis C.K. That we are doing that. We were like, do you want to see my? I mean, we're doing what?
Yeah.
It's fine.
If there was a paper towel, like a full roll, I could just. If I had like 15 minutes and a martini, I could probably wedge it up there. But it's. We're back. We're fine. Anyways, he did fall.
But you
out.
did tear. Just say you tore.
I did.
Okay, good. That
I
helped.
did. Level 2.
Yes, good. Level 2 tear.
Yeah.
There you go. I do think women kind of brag about how big their tear was because that means they have a small pussy.
It only goes up to level 4, right?
I'm not sure. I had to get cut.
Ooh.
I know. Whatever.
She's a regular Cora girly. By the way, I can sniff out a regular girl. Like a light regular girl.
Really?
Yes, it's something about the jeggings.
But I'm big. I'm a big person. Like I'm a burly person.
No, but I can tell when people have like a light regular situation down there.
That's so wild.
I'm like Karen from Mean Girls.
Your boobs are much bigger.
They've always been big.
That's so interesting. You hide them well.
I do.
Do you want to hide them?
Yes,
Because
always.
it makes you more relatable? What's the angle? What's
the
your angle on
angle
this?
is I'm not a big titty bitch. Like I don't think that I'm not into.
They're so stupid.
I think they're very
They're
dumb.
dumb. They're embarrassing. They're like guys' balls.
Totally. They do nothing for
Nothing.
me. They don't make clothes look great. They're kind
Nope.
of just cumbersome. They're also not gravitationally on par with like, you know what I mean? Like we're working with.
They're trashy.
They're trashy.
Tits are trashy.
They really are.
Let's be honest.
Sydney Sweeney kind of brought him back for a second.
But hers are like airbrushed marzipan.
Oh.
There's no moles on it. There's no
They sit upright.
wear and tear.
No.
They're nubile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's in a Miu Miu crop top, and those tits are staying in place without
They're
underwire.
very Claudia Schiffer guest campaign.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. These are like.
I feel like boobs are out right now.
Thank you so much,
Except
Whitney.
for her. Right?
No,
I have fake boobs. I'm in a nightmare. I'm like, what is a return policy?
No, but those are like the right size.
Thank you.
Those are not.
I had
aggressive.
I talked about this in one of my specials, but I had, because of having eating disorders so much, they grew in super crooked and like lopsided.
Oh.
And then I was so embarrassed about that. I could never like be naked in front of guys. I would like wear bras during sex. I would fill in my bras like, because I was like an A and like a C.
So you'd have like inserts.
It was, I would have insert. It was just like whack-a-mole, all the time. And I, when I first made any money, I was too embarrassed to ask anyone about like a reconstructive boob surgery, whatever. And I went to Beverly Hills and just walked around until I saw a door that said like plastic surgery.
Wow.
And I found one.
It's dark.
And the writing was in like gold letters on glass. And I was like, well,
That's fancy.
This is that.
We've arrived, honey. APLOMB.
I'm like, this must be where the Kardashians plot. Like, I was like, this is it, right?
Yeah.
I'm on Roxbury, but whatever. So I go in, they see me right. I'm like, I would like to get a reconstructive. And they're like, here's the surgeon. If they're available in that moment, it's not a legitimate operation.
Oh, you want a little bit of a wait list.
Oh, I walked in. And they saw me. The guy saw me.
No.
Right then and there. He was in like jeans. He was like the RFK.
Did he have a real
breast
button on the
implants.
jeans? Did he have
Unclear.
pockets? Did he have
he was
fucking
a
seams?
monster.
Psycho.
And yeah, it's probably he was so dumb he got struck by lightning from all the metal on his pants. And so I went in. He's like, "Yep, we can just put one implant on one side to even them out." I'm like, "Great. What could go wrong?" I'm like, "When can we do the surgery?" They're like, "Tomorrow morning works." Never get surgery from someone who's available tomorrow. Where's
It's
the
like a PSA.
Where's the surgery center? Down by the airport.
Okay.
Nothing was stopping me. Nothing. All the red flags, couldn't do it. Painted every red flag white. Go down, and I don't know if he went to DeVry. I don't know how this guy got a degree, but he made like a cut through the muscle. So then I had to go get them reconstructed. It was
What are you, like Harry Potter tits? Like, what's going on?
I haven't read Harry Potter, but I know this is a good joke.
Wait, this is funny because I didn't read Harry Potter either, but me and Andrew just started watching Harry Potter 3 days ago, so now I'm working it in.
Okay, well, I love when someone just discovered something and it's their whole personality.
So I'm like, I'm a Potterhead now. I'm so Slytherin energy. Literally missed the whole fucking boat. I was in the peak of Harry Potter energy, okay? Like, I was the target
What are Harry
demographic.
Potter tits, though?
He has a scar on his forehead.
Oh, got it. Okay.
It's like a zigzag. I don't really know why yet because I kind of tune out. The movies are really complicated.
Yeah, it seems like I went to Harry Potter World and really enjoyed it without knowing anything about it.
Yeah, Harry Potter's overrated, though. And it's scary for kids.
He's just a magician?
A wizard?
Okay.
And like he might, I don't, like literally I've watched 3 movies. I still don't really know what's going on.
I mean, what did you grow up watching?
Melrose Place?
Okay, same.
When,
I miss when kids watched adults cheat on each other. That was good children's programming.
I let Clyde watch Real Housewives.
Okay, we watched 90210.
Yeah.
Okay, not the reboot, the real one.
The real
where
one.
45-year-old adults played teenagers and pretended to have problems in Beverly Hills. That is what children need to be programmed with. Not this, we
1000%.
can be anything. No.
Bumpers.
Bumpers. I watched Full House. I watched
Wholesome.
What's it called? The Peach Pit.
Oh,
Nope,
yeah.
that's 90210.
That is 90210.
Zach,
Saved by
Saved
the Bell.
Watch
Oh my
Saved by the
God,
Bell.
when Jessie gets that caffeine
That's
pill
it.
addiction and
That's
she is
it.
so excited.
By the way, she has such incredible skin. Do you follow her for real on Instagram?
No, that would be a very niche follow. That's a weird one.
Okay.
Coming from me, Beverly Mitchell. I'm like, that's weird.
Okay. Who are your like favorite weird follows? Like Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know if you follow Michelle Pfeiffer.
No.
I love someone that doesn't need to be on social media and is doing nothing but destroying their legacy for the most part. But to me, it's making me like them more.
Oh.
Michelle Pfeiffer, iconic. She's got a perfume line.
I heard about this.
So she kind of mixes perfumes, not making fun. I know my face always feels like I'm being sarcastic. I genuinely, watching someone do their hobby and enjoy it is my kink. It is like being in a human zoo. I would do anything to enjoy anything.
Yeah.
As much as Michelle Pfeiffer enjoys mixing her scents.
Wow.
Henry Rose, and she's mixing them. We can't smell them.
Yeah, it's
I
enough.
can't smell them.
It's bad
But
marketing.
she's, and then this one with this, and I'm like, yeah, like I can't. It's like,
Do you want to buy it?
we
though?
had to, yeah,
You do.
I do. But
Interesting.
she's layering the scents, and it's the Wi-Fi's not particularly good, the connection's not good. Just humanizing these titans
right.
is just, I can't get enough, and I'm not being negative.
Summer's here. Plenty of time to enjoy everything you love about summer, but getting the summer bod you want depends on what you do right now. Your choice. You can suffer through weeks and months of calorie counting and boot camp gyms, or you can lose the fat in inches in one single visit to Sono Bello. Sono Bello is the only way to permanently lose unwanted fat in inches. Whether you've got stubborn tummy fat, thigh fat, arm fat, any fat, Sono Bello doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal and will make it all disappear in just one visit. No more feeling embarrassed, shy, and uncomfortable in your own skin. No more hiding in oversized clothes. We're pulling out the bikinis, sisters. With Sono Bello, you can give yourself the gift of a full body reset because you deserve it. Learn about micro laser fat removal and schedule your free consultation. Ask about Sono Bello's spectacular summer savings going on now. Visit sonobello.com/Bible. That is Sono, SONOBELLO.com/Bible.
My kink a couple months ago was, I think I like a little. You know that song?
And it was just fucking people doing the most mediocre activities and like glamorizing and romanticizing like shit that's just everybody does.
Was this
like
on
doing
TikTok?
it was everywhere. It was like women like washing their hands and like looking out the window and just being like, thank God. And I'm like, okay, you're washing your hands.
Love.
This is not exciting. This is crazy.
But everything is
love it.
so exciting now. There's something compelling if it's a little boring.
Totally.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I'm really
like
hyper fixated
edging.
on like when people do like shopping hauls, like Hermes Birkin unboxings. Like I find that to be pretty atrocious. But
I don't like Birkins. Hot take.
me too.
Don't get it. There's no zipper on top. Things fall out.
It's bizarre. And I'm going to tell you something disgusting.
Please.
Okay. I was gifted a very hefty gift card to a site, okay, that has Birkins. And I thought, what kind of sick fuck of a bitch would I be if I because I would never go and buy a Birkin because it's not my thing. I find them to be like old and crotchety and like,
I need a
it's also just like, I just feel like they're kind of like dorky.
too
Like,
big of a commitment. It's a little norm core, but it's also like the message you're sending is like, I'm bad with money. I just want everyone to know.
Totally.
I'm bad with money.
I just like don't think they're cool.
I don't think they're cool.
I would be embarrassed.
Me too.
To carry one around.
Why don't you guys send us some and we'll like do like a let's be embarrassed challenge.
Okay,
Where we
Bethany
go
Frankel.
out with our Birkins.
Yeah,
out.
maybe we'll be the new face of Hermes. I'll get a little sign that says Hermes will do bits for 6 years and pretend. Okay, that's a whole other thing. I was presented a gift card and I thought, I could either get 5 cute bags or I could be a real cunt and get a fucking Birkin bag.
5?
I could get like 5. And that's what I did. But there was a moment in time where I'm like, should I get a Kelly bag? Should I get a Birkin bag? And I would be so deeply embarrassed. I would need to have like 5 homes.
But also like what? Okay, so when you get out of the shower, okay,
Okay.
do you put lotion on your body?
I saw you post about this and it really, I
I don't
don't.
need. I could do without the exhale.
Oh,
Do you want to do this again? Should we do a take 2 on this?
Nope.
It depends on the day.
Uh-huh.
I would say that I think that body lotion perpetuates Lyme's disease.
Limes. I know what Lyme disease is. What's Lyme's disease?
What is it called?
Lyme.
It's called Lyme?
Lyme.
Okay, I've been calling it limes for a really Oh my god. It's hard
You
being
do not
so
follow
smart.
the Hadids.
No, I do not.
The Gigi Hadid has a whole book about her Lyme disease.
She has it now?
When people have Lyme disease, it's always a battle.
Right.
So she's at war with Lyme.
Lyme, not limes.
Lyme.
It's singular.
Lyme disease.
I think that body lotion attracts insects, sometimes mosquitoes, sometimes ants, sometimes ticks. Is that what gives you the limes?
What gives you Lyme? Tick?
Ticks, deer ticks.
Deer tick.
Deer ticks
Okay.
on the East Coast.
Okay.
Comes from Lyme, Connecticut.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
It may or may not have been a bioweapon, but the point is,
The point is, sometimes I will oil thy
but
legs.
why do you need to be ashy? Because there's Lyme disease on the other coast of America.
I don't want bug bites, so I will never put lotion on my arms unless I'm going to an event. I might hit the legs with an oil, but I do find that when I am well hydrated in the epidermis, I attract mosquitoes.
Huh.
So I don't. I am bare right
Do
now.
you use fragranced lotion though? Maybe that's the
Sometimes,
problem.
but then I will do unfragranced, sulfate-free, all of the things. I still get bug bites. That's why I don't do a lot of outdoor activities. It's
Yeah.
because of the Lyme, and I
You're an
don't
inf-
wear fragrance lotion. It's because of the Lyme.
Okay. This is such a like bourgeois problem.
Yeah.
Just like when people say they have Lyme, to me, there's a couple things. Number one, you just want to brag that you went to the Hamptons. Just say you went to the Hamptons.
Oh.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not jealous. Just say you went to the Hamptons. I had a brush with Lyme. However, Avril Lavigne got Lyme disease and was out for 4 years. Some people really get it neurologically. It knocks them out. Is it a bioweapon? Is it not? I have no idea.
We don't know.
I'm not a
These
scientist.
are semantics.
And who else? Ben Stiller had it. A bunch of people had it, and it was
Past
really-
tense?
you have it forever. It goes in and out, apparently, based on when your movies aren't doing well.
Oh, gotcha.
I think unclear.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm making jokes. Obviously, it's a very serious thing. I'm a comedian. Bye.
Is it how annoying is it that you have to do that?
I'm just saying. When I was in the Hamptons, I had a tick on me.
Oh, when she was in the Hamptons.
Oh, whatever, no big deal. I did a show there. And the Hamptons also was like, this is actually how Bethany Frankel and I became friends, because I went on Kelly and Ryan and made fun of the Hamptons. I'm a comic. I make fun of everything.
And Bethany Frankel inserts herself in anything and
Well,
everything, so she is the Hamptons.
She defended the Hamptons.
Of course,
It was
she's the director of tourism.
because here's my problem. Is
Yeah,
like
and Chanel
and
everything bagel seasoning
We
and cottage cheese.
Have you tried it?
No,
Pretty good.
won't do it.
Why not? Not an everything bagel gal.
I'm Jewish. It's in my soul, of course.
But
I don't need the seasoning.
okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Like, it's insane.
Are
to
you
me.
fine? You don't seem fine. You seem
I'm
frazzled.
bothered by it.
You
When I go to
seem- you
Trader
seem-
Joe's and I see it, I twitch.
It feels like you kind of just need to try it.
I'm gonna
Feels like
get
you
some.
might like it. I feel like you become what you hate.
So many particles. So many seeds.
Uh-huh.
We don't need that.
I like the everything bagel taste. If you have a man that actually loves you, you can do it.
Yes.
The breath is like slamming afterwards.
Yeah.
Where was I? Have you been to the
Hamptons.
Hamptons?
I have not.
Okay, here's the thing. Again, white trash till I die.
Mm-hmm.
When I go into a space that I've heard is a bunch of rich people and I go in, I want to see Mar-a-Lago.
Right.
I want to see a castle. I want to see gilded everything.
Yeah.
You go to the Hamptons and you're like, this is a bunch of old barns that are it's a bunch of rich people cosplaying as poor.
Right.
And this is they've got like a windmill from Sotheby's. They've got a fruit stand, but it's like 15 G-Wagons and like vintage Broncos in front. And
Yeah.
like, and it's like Nancy Pelosi's son is like selling the tomatoes.
Have you been to Soho Farmhouse?
Uh-uh.
In England? It's kind of
like that.
It's like a fake farm, but it's like David Beckham on a bike, like next to chickens. But it's great.
It's very charming, but like I'm still gonna make fun of you. And also
Sure.
the fact that we are a country that is, divided politically, and we're like red versus blue. I don't even know the fucking colors. Left versus right. And you go to the Hamptons, and the right-wing politicians live right next door to the left-wing politicians, and they're all fucking friends, and they go to the same little fruit mart and get the same fucking spreads, and they get each other's Amazon packages.
The sugar-free Smuckers.
What are we doing? That's me at fucking CVS in Philadelphia when I was in my 20s. But I'm just saying, like, you're like, oh, this is where all the rich people just get together and pretend to understand the common man. And this is where politicians go and go like, I know what the common man needs. I have chickens that my gardener feeds every now and then. Which, by the way, this is the other thing about the people in the Hamptons. They're like, we can't go outside because we get ticks. Well, what about the 15 gardeners that are out there in shorts?
Right.
You basically pay someone to get the Lyme disease for you.
Well, you should tell them not to put lotion on because they're probably going to get Lyme.
Well, the lotion thing, let's go back to the Hermes bag. I am a bitch who has lotion on me at all times.
Oh, yeah.
Lubed up at all times.
You don't want to get that leather dirty.
Slippery bitch. And I always have lotion in my bag, and it's always going to explode.
Yeah.
And if I have a Hermes Birkin bag, it's just going to be full of lotion. And
It's just not our journey. It's not for us.
not a fan. I'm not a fan of spending money on purses in general.
Okay, I can't
I
relate
went through
to
that phase. I went through that
Yeah.
phase, and I've had too many catastrophes, leaving them on the ground, getting them wet, getting them dirty.
It makes me feel stupid sometimes, though. Like,
It's
I'll
pretty
take a
stupid.
beat and I'm like, this is dumb.
Who's it for?
It is for me. It is for me. Everything is for me. I will say that.
Please, that is your next book title.
Everything is about me.
Everything is for me.
It's for me.
Everything is for me.
And that is the truest thing I will say in this house. Besides Andrew saying in the kitchen 45 minutes ago, what did he say? I tune her out.
I tuned him out.
Okay, yeah. He said that Whitney very lovingly said to my husband, do you get how funny your wife is? Which is like the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me in my own home. And he said, sometimes, but I do tune her out a lot.
Which I'm just curious because you and I are probably an acquired taste to men.
Yeah.
And after hanging out with you and thinking you are so funny, I was like, I love her so much, but I love the man who picked her almost as much.
He's pretty great. He doesn't give me you can't get too many gold stars on the forehead from your partner. You know what I mean? Then it becomes a weird dynamic.
I do say with my guy now, I'm like, do you get how funny do you understand how funny what I just said was? And he's like, kind of. And I'm like, you don't get,
That's bumpers.
Patreon would pay, you're getting a free, yeah.
Who else out there is tired of dieting? There are so many weight loss plans out there that promise the same thing, but just give you the same old one-size-fits-all bullshit, but not with Noom. Noom builds personal plans that take into account your dietary restrictions, medical issues, and other personal needs to build a weight loss plan that works just for you. As someone who wants to lose weight but refuses to stop eating carbs, Noom Weight is great because it's personalized to meet my lifestyle. They don't restrict what you can eat and don't shame you when you choose to treat yourself, which we all have to do. Leo season is upon us. Because Noom's program is so personalized, it's felt far more sustainable than other more restrictive weight loss programs. It really makes it so much easier to build a healthy routine that feels manageable and just better overall. Their app makes it so easy to stay motivated with daily lessons and coaching. What makes Noom Weight special is that they combine psychology and unique biological factors to help you achieve weight loss success. They help you understand the science behind your eating choices, and specifically why you may be having cravings. Don't just take my word for it. To date, they have helped more than 5.2 million people lose weight. Stay focused on what's important to you with Noom's psychology and biology-based approach. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com and check out Noom's first ever cookbook, The Noom Kitchen, for 100 healthy and delicious recipes to promote better living, available to buy now wherever books are sold.
When I get really riled up after like 2.5 martinis and I am just going for the jugular on a Tuesday and Andrew's sitting there and I can tell he's half listening, I'm like, I just gave you the greatest joy of life. Like I just, on a silver platter, handed you 46 minutes that people would pay for. Not many, but maybe a few. And you're like, wait, so what are we having for dinner? I'm like, I will murder you in your sleep.
Well, you also did sob after he got you pregnant. So I feel like
It's fair. It's par for the course.
he puts up with a lot.
He does. How long have we been going?
No, but I feel like there's a lot we didn't cover.
I know. No, we can keep going. I'm just making sure you're good.
No, I'm obsessed with you. I feel like I'm bombing.
Are you insane?
Yes.
I know. We've already established.
But I'm trying to get out of you things your fans want to hear about you. They don't give a fuck about me. They hear about you. Who else? Who are you kind of obsessed? Who are you like? Who's like new on the scene that you're kind of obsessed with?
Oh, there's a woman named. This is mean though. See, I've never.
What's up with? Do you have a good relationship with your mom?
My mom's dead, but had a great relationship.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got
great.
it. Got it.
Hugged as a child, happy home life.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so it's interesting, but it also makes sense.
How'd you get funny? Where's the trauma?
The trauma.
Where's the
Okay.
trauma? The bug bites. The bug bites.
It's definitely the
bug
brush
bites.
with the ticks in Southern California.
The big boobs. What's the trauma?
My sister. Now, okay, we're getting to
Let's
something.
go.
My sister is to die for. We're very close.
Nice.
She struggled a lot as a child. She had depression and anxiety pretty severe from a very young age.
Because you were prettier.
No, just like bad genetics.
Been there.
And I didn't get those genetics. So I was somewhat raised by wolves because there was a lot of attention on Ashley and making sure she was okay.
Got it.
So I was left to fend for myself a lot.
To get attention.
And to get attention, I had to do the opposite. So whereas she was struggling
She
and
was
sad
better at getting attention.
and separation anxiety, the focus was on her and I was kind of left to my own devices.
Because you were fine.
And therefore, really had to rely on being entertaining in some annoying capacity.
Got it.
To get attention.
Got it. Love it. It's
I would
fascinating.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. And I've been the
Fascinating.
same my whole life.
Okay.
Like,
Love it. Just a star. Natural born star.
I was just born star. And that's it, folks.
The amount of, do your listeners ever get bothered by the sounds of your baubles?
I'm not really wearing that much jewelry for me today.
Oh, that's
I normally
interesting.
have like rings on every finger, but I am fluctuating, so none of my rings are really fitting.
Who else are we fascinated with? And do you ever, when you get a fascination, are you like, oh, this isn't like sometimes I'm like, do I need to focus on people that are more, like, I want to focus on someone that was relevant to me 20 years ago and their behavior now. That's my kink.
Okay, see, I can agree with you on that. I get really hopped up on like cum guzzling whores from high school who are now like selling essential oils. Like that.
Pyramid scheme?
And I know it's like tale as old as time, but I am an active participant. Like I love it.
I think I was born to be an MLM queen.
You would kill.
I think so.
You would
I think
kill.
that's honestly, that's probably what I should be doing.
Do you know what headband girlies are?
No.
Okay, headband girlies are kind of like pick-me girls. I also love a headband girl. Like I love a girl who like only shops vintage and like wears lots of headbands.
Okay, like a pixie dream girl type thing?
Sort of.
Is the headband because she's growing out her bangs?
No, yes.
Does the headband
Yes.
do anything, or is it just decorative and a big braid?
It's
borderline
decorative.
appropriation.
Yes.
Okay.
That.
See, I'm headband girl I can wear it for about 20 minutes and then I bail.
It's a faux quirky energy that I'm really like.
Can't, adorkable.
I'm such a nerd.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd.
Totally. Like Kumi, yeah.
That sort of thing.
You're not pigeon-toed.
Yeah,
Straighten out
yeah.
your feet.
There's a woman, I'm not going to name her because it's not nice, but she's an aspiring singer. She also has like a lot of dental. I gotta go. See, like sometimes there are small things that I can get that are just like, it's just mean and I can't really like rectify
She has
the
a lot
situation.
of dental work.
She's going through a dental transformation.
Okay.
She has like 112 followers and she's starting to do some brand deals and cameos. And she is a singer. She like coaches you how to sing, but also has like mad rubber bands.
Okay.
So there's so much,
The rubber band girl.
there's so much saliva intertwined in her like soprano work. And I need to know what's going on. Like
Did you just tell me that Jessie Spano was niche? I just want to clarify that. Okay.
No, this is I need clarity on the situation. Do you know what I mean?
I can help
think
you with
that's the root of a lot of my fixations is I need clarity.
But I think sometimes when we hyper focus on something, you never had braces?
oh my God, I had headgear. Yeah.
Rubber. So is there some kind of like that's especially upsetting to you because that was your worst fear, or you went through that?
No, it's just it's just when she's singing and the saliva is coming out and she's like, and she's doing like, all too well, I remember. And then she starts really going for it. And the spit and the rubber bands and the dental work and it's off key. And I'm like, oh my God, she thinks she's killing it. Like she thinks she's going to perform at the Super Bowl. And
Sure.
I want to protect her.
I'm kind of like that too.
Like I want to be like, honey, listen, this isn't it for you. We've got to reformat or like lean in and get that this is a joke, but you're taking it too seriously and you're just serving it up on a platter for us. Like you're making me be a cunt.
That's so funny where I feel bullied by someone else's delusion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you're making me be a bad person.
Like now I'm an asshole.
You should just see yourself and handle it so I don't have to say anything.
See it clearly.
Now, see yourself more clearly so I don't have to be a bitch and point it out.
Like I don't want to be the fucking cunt that's sending my girlfriends this TikTok video and then they think it's mean and then I feel bad. You know what I mean? Like don't open up the can of worms.
I'm such a elephant in the room bitch. Like I'm going to say something that I might literally ask you to cut.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Like you have this little hair right here.
Oh, I know.
But I don't know if I should tell you
No,
about it.
I know that it's there.
I know you know.
Because I've been I'm glad, thank you, because I was doing a tuck job, but
I was going to tell you in the beginning, do you want to do a tuck job? Because I have a little puff right here of hair after giving, it is such a nightmare.
No, this will not lay flat.
No, I was like, do you want to hit that with a bobby pin? Do you not care? I didn't say anything.
I'm not known for my hair.
But I'm just saying, I'm big on going like, food in your teeth. I never was before and I'm really big on it now because sometimes my eyebrows will start migrating to other places on my face.
Or your hairline starts morphing.
Look, ever since I stopped buying products that are tested on animals, I am in blackface at all times.
Yeah.
I'm against animal testing, but I now get it. I get why they did. And all of this organic stuff just is always moving. So I'm always like, can you just tell me what's a lot of girls don't tell girls.
It's annoying.
I had Brooke from the Cancel podcast on my podcast, and she had a hair that was like just like that. And I was like, oh, you have a hair thing. Do you want to fix it? I left it in. Everyone's like, you're bullying her.
Oh, fuck
Who cares what her hair looks like? I'm like, I would want someone to tell me.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything about that because I figured you knew, but then I didn't want you to watch it and then be like, why didn't you tell me I had a French fry popping out of my head?
Once again, Whitney, my brain would literally never go there. Yeah.
What does it mean to be a girl's girl? My thing is like, I would like to save, you don't have to listen, but do you want me to just tell you?
I'm
I'm that bitch.
My definition, like I don't know if I affiliate like as a girl's girl because I think that term is pretty cringe.
Agree.
But I,
As a girl boss.
as a she-el, kill me. I am not jealous of other girls. Period.
I just want to protect other people from embarrassment because embarrassment's my biggest fear.
Okay.
So I go, and then
Okay.
in so doing, I tell on myself about what would embarrass me.
Okay. So
And if-
you're projecting.
Yes.
You're seeing through your own lens, which
Yeah.
is a good person, actually.
Or it's just like, I want to protect everyone from embarrassment because you become a comedian to control how you're embarrassed, right? That's kind of like the
Oh.
philosophy
Yeah, yeah.
and sort of what we do.
Sure.
And so I'm always trying to protect people from embarrassment and it comes off as bullying, but it seems like that's what you're saying too with this girl with the rubber bands. You're like, I want to help her.
I kind of do, but I also just think it's really funny.
It can be both. Two things can be true at
I'm,
once.
if I'm being totally fucking honest,
Yes.
I think it's funny. I
Yes.
don't want to do the caveat thing where I'm like, I just want to protect her. I don't know that I feel that way, if I'm being honest. If we're really talking out loud, two girls in a tiger wallpaper room, I think it's funny.
It's also funny.
Yeah. And I know people make fun of me because I'm a dumb bitch. And that's if
I do not know what I would make fun of you about.
oh, I'm so annoying.
I know, but you're so I just went. No,
The
I
end.
don't. No, I don't think you're annoying.
I am.
You're too self-aware.
No,
You
I
catch
can
it.
I can be very
Like,
annoying.
you know what it is? No one makes fun of you more than you. In a way.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure. You know, I'm
I'm
exaggerating.
insane. I think I'm obnoxious.
I love it though.
I am obnoxious. I've always been obnoxious.
Maybe not to me. To other people. Do people have that feedback? From
I've
you?
actually probably gotten less obnoxious now because I have validation
think
from
it's hilarious.
strangers. But I've always been kind of obnoxious. Yeah.
Who would play you in a movie about you?
Oh God. I don't
I'm
know.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I
I know you
mean-
hate thinking about yourself. I know it's going to be tough for you to ruminate on.
Oh God. I couldn't tell you.
But I think sometimes that helps us see ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you, like, if would it be Lisa Kudrow when she was on Friends? Would it be
oh, she's the greatest star of our time.
the greatest?
The comeback is
A documentary about me.
the comeback
And you can
is
tell me the best show ever made.
the best show
Hands
ever
down.
made. I have said that before on this podcast.
I posted it the other day on a Q&A.
I saw that and I was like, that's my girl.
Till I die.
also think Summer Heights High, which has been wiped from the universe.
The Australian show, right?
Unbelievable.
Do you like Dairy Girls?
I have not seen it.
Okay, it's like it reminded me of that a little
Is
bit.
it a lighter, softer version?
like ridiculous high school
Okay.
madness?
But I don't
Very
love
arch.
the Jonah stuff on Summer Heights High. I really like Mr. G, the drama teacher.
Okay.
It is the plot line is terrible.
Does high school ever end?
No.
Okay.
No. But you know what? I don't know how your high school experience was. I ran into someone that I went to high school with yesterday. Had a baby, haven't seen her in 17 years or so. And she's like, Jackie, hey. And it was so nice to run into someone from high school. I genuinely love seeing people from high school because I did not have, thank God, I think it's so cliche to be the girl in high school who had had that reputation. I was chill with everyone.
I love that about you. That says so much.
I think it's surprising. I think people would think I was like, such a fucking bitch. I wasn't.
No,
I truly wasn't.
You don't come off as a bitch to me.
I'm
I don't think you're trying to hurt anyone.
No, I really genuinely do not want to hurt people's
I don't have that
feelings.
energy from you. I don't have an agenda from you at all. I think you look at people on the internet that you kind of poke fun at as like a gift to open.
Totally. If it's authentically,
Yes.
if I think something is funny, I don't want to pretend that I don't think something is funny for other people's perception of me. That feels,
But also, if you're funny, you don't get to control why you're funny to people. Do you know what I'm saying?
it's just fun. Sometimes it's just fucking funny.
If I'm
That's the way
funny for the
world
wrong
is.
reasons to you, fine. Whatever makes you laugh. I don't even give a shit at this point. But when I tour now, I literally go, if we went to high school together, please come. I want to see you.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to talk to you. I'm sorry I was such a weirdo in high school. I was terrified. I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
But and I had there's this actress, Kate Siegel. She's on a show called Haunting of Hill House. She's on a bunch of shows. She was kind of my we joked that we were each other's high school nemesis. We were both
Yeah.
groomed by the same theater teacher in high school, and we were
Oh.
both very ambitious and wanted to be famous actresses.
Yeah.
And we were kind of like nemesis in high school, and she got really successful. And I had her on my podcast, and it was amazing.
How fun is that?
It was the best time. We were like, I was so jealous of you, and you had this boyfriend, and you look like this, and and she would come to school every morning with coffee from Starbucks. And I was like, oh,
glamorous.
And I was just like so obsessed with her and so jealous. And she was like, you know what was in that cup? And I was like, what? A peppermint mocha? She was like, alcohol. I was like,
Fuck yeah.
What? It was the best. Reconnecting with high school people, especially you didn't have this, the ones that you were like jealous of or scared of or wanted to be friends with. It was so healing and amazing. And it was like being on drugs.
Oh,
It was so great. And I'm so happy for her and obsessed with her. And it's never too late to be friends with the person you kind of just really want to be friends with in high school.
Totally.
It's the best.
It's like a full circle. It just is like a grounding experience. Like, I love running into people I went to
and
high
it was
school
just
with.
like we were so I was so lost in high school.
Yeah.
So lost. And for someone to have been like, oh yeah, you were this, like you were like, she was like, you were thought you were famous already. I was like, I did.
That's
she
so
was like,
fucking cool, by the way.
she was like, you were like in your head already famous, I think. Like you were so not into high school. And I was like, you're right. Like, thank you for validating how delusional I was.
That's great though. You need it.
And she was like, and then you wouldn't even have lunch with us. I was like, well, that's because I was anorexic and I would go out to my car and eat raisins. She was like, oh my God, that makes me feel so much better. Like everyone was just doing the best they could with their fucking mountain of insecurities.
Yeah.
And it was just, I had clear braces, which is a very specific type of, I know. No braces are ever clear. They're just whatever color of the food you just ate was.
That's interesting. See, I would do metallics. Like I would do mixed metals, which is just so
You're
so
still doing
me.
it. You're still doing it.
Honey.
Still doing it.
She loves a mixed metal. I would go like
the Cartier, like Trinity.
totally. I was like, I'm gonna like counteract the stainless steel with the glittery gold bracket.
With the
Thank you very much.
David Ehrman.
I was like, that way it'll match all of my outfits. I thought I was Carrie Bradshaw. I had an overbite and headgear, and I was like, I am Carrie Bradshaw. So
I cannot know you were Stephen Hawking.
for sure. For sure. And it's just, it was the best. I was like, Paige. Oh my, she's like, you want to come over? My mom's got a water table. I was like, no, I'm going to drop my kid off with his nanny, but you do you, girly.
Have you talked about the other names that you were thinking about for Clyde? And girl names you were possibly thinking about?
I have not. No. I have two. Oh no, I was going to name him August for a second.
Gus for short.
He looks like a Gus.
I have a friend with a Gus, and it's pretty cute.
He's not an August, though.
I just have a bad association with the month of August.
Trauma.
Sweat.
Sweat.
Zits.
Okay, limes. Everything goes back to the limes.
It's just funny to me because, like, to me, your like brand in a lot of ways.
His limes.
No, it's just that you know everything, and to just like
Whitney, I am a fucking fraud. I know nothing. By the way, when you first referenced Jane Goodall, I Googled it after we FaceTime. I glazed when you said that on the phone because I was like, is she talking about Jurassic Park? I have no idea what she's talking about.
Laura Dern. Yeah.
Laura Dern. Okay, whatever. I had no idea who you were talking about. And I was like, maybe. I don't know. You're onto something, Witty. And then I had to Google who Jane Goodall was. The only reason I was prepared today is because I Googled it in the parking lot of the promenade because I had no idea what you were talking
Sorry
about.
about your algorithm. I think I probably screwed it up with
For
that,
sure.
with that goog.
For sure. No, I'm a full-blown fucktard.
I am going to the fertility doctor, so I do have to leave soon-ish.
Oh, and I have to eat lunch. I'm going to start glazing. I have to eat. My stomach has growled very loudly.
I'm sorry.
Did you hear it?
It matches the wallpaper.
Did you hear it?
I thought the wallpaper did that.
Oh my God, my stomach. If I don't eat every 30 minutes,
Same.
I get really
Do you eat whatever
upset.
you want?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Unfortunately. But I mean, I've been thinner.
I'm happy for you. I'm just happy for you.
I exercise.
You do?
I do.
Really?
I try
Why don't we
to.
exercise together ever?
We should. What are you into?
I just do like body weights at my house.
Okay, I'll do that.
That's
with
all
you.
I do. Really? I just want to be strong in case something bad happens. I can carry my baby to safety.
I'm a little traumatized from the last time I did Pilates with a friend. I went with Katniss Everdeen and she had just had a baby and I thought I was going to fucking rip her ass. Like I was like, yeah, I'll go to fucking Pilates with you, you dumb bitch.
Uh-huh.
And I forgot that she was Katniss Everdeen and I was dying for days.
I've never done Pilates. I am doing Kegels right now. but
me
I
too.
have not done Pilates. It seems like a lot of machines, and that I can't.
No, I want to work out with you. I need
Okay,
to, like, get
I'm
my shit
I'm
together.
actually pretty good at like a very efficient workout.
Okay.
And I get stuff done in between.
I only give like 33% when I'm working out. I'm more about like consistency, not quality of work.
That's fine.
So like,
I
just
go
through and
really
through.
hard for short amounts of time.
Okay, well I'll just like kind of float around.
I just want a butt and to like be able to like be like have good posture and not
Okay.
get injured by like sneezing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like having a good like strong back.
Okay, I don't really care about all those things.
Okay.
I bought these pair of pants, these Gucci pants, right before I got pregnant, and I can't fit into them. I
Who
only wear
buys
them once.
Gucci pants?
Me, see, I do
I
that
only do
stuff.
designer tops, never bottoms.
I like a trouser.
My bottoms change too much, and dry cleaning is a scam.
Okay. Thank you so much, Whitney, for coming. By the way, I never introduced you.
I mean, honestly,
This is Whitney Cummings, everyone. Where can they listen to your podcast?
Reddit. I mean,
Go listen to her podcast. She's fucking amazing.
I mean, ever since I had RFK on, I'm out of the algorithm, and now so are you because I just said his name.
We'll
but
bleep it.
Come see me on tour. If you can't find me, I don't want you as a fan.
Yeah, if you can't fucking figure it out, you're stupid and you don't
I'm
deserve the
kidding.
content.
I love you. I hope that was good.
I love you.